Bonjour. Merci d'être ici aujourd'hui sur le territoire traditionnel énoncé des Algonquiens Anishinaabe. For decades, the labor movement has said that replacement workers are wrong, that they distract us from the bargaining table, and that they prolong disputes, that the use of replacement workers can poison the relationship between an employer and workers for years. We listened. This morning, we tabled legislation to ban replacement workers. I've spent a lot of time around the bargaining table over these past 2 years, and it is hard work, and it is tense, and it is messy, and it works. L'économie canadienne dépend des relations entre l'industrie et les syndicats. Quand deux parties s'assoient ensemble pour défendre leurs intérêts, elles trouvent des compromis et une entente. On doit protéger ça. La négociation collective est la réponse qui fonctionne pour tous. C'est la base d'une économie équitable et forte. When we say the best deals are made at the table, we mean it. So today is about keeping parties focused on the table and providing more stability and certainty for the economy. Bill C-58 will ban the use of replacement workers in federally regulated industries during a strike or a lockout. That means no new contractors, no members of the bargaining unit crossing the picket line. The penalty for violating the ban would be $100,000 per day. Of course, employers could use replacement workers if ever the health or safety of people or the protection of property or the environment were at risk. We believe in free and fair collective bargaining. We believe that stability and certainty in our supply chains and services are essential. We believe that these things are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they reinforce one another. So, Bill C-58 will also improve the maintenance of activities process. A maintenance of activities agreement is how employers and unions agree on what work will continue during a strike or lockout. It's a truce, really, that remains intact even in the midst of a dispute. Right now, parties aren't required to have an agreement or even to come together to determine if they need one. With this legislation, the employer and the union will have to get together and determine what work needs to continue during a strike or lockout, if any. And we're setting clear timelines on this. 15 days for the parties to come to an agreement, and if they cannot come to an agreement, the matter can be referred to the Canada Industrial Review Board, Relations Board, to resolve after 15 days. Or sorry, to resolve within 90 days. He laughed. That one took about a week. So he's entitled to laugh. The devil really is in the details. I appreciate Alexander. Yes. This is not the time to stumble, my friend. This is important. It does mean more certainty and predictability in collective bargaining. Both employers and workers asked for improvements to this process during our consultations last year. Ce projet de loi vient des employeurs, des travailleurs et du gouvernement. On s'est tous rencontrés pour parler d'une question importante. Le résultat est un texte qui va améliorer les relations de travail au Canada. Il va y avoir plus de stabilité. Everything that we do for workers, paid sick leave, national holidays, preventing violence and harassment on job sites, none of that happens without good employers. All these changes require flexibility and hard work from employers, just as this legislation will. So I want to sincerely thank them. When we committed to this ban in our 2021 election platform, it was because Canada's Labour leaders made the case, and we listened. It's worth remembering that before we formed government in 2015, the Labour movement had endured nearly a decade of Conservative government that openly and proudly tried to undermine workers. It would have exhausted the most tenacious of advocates. But you fought for them tooth and nail. You fought at them tooth and nail, every turn. When we formed government, we didn't let up, and you didn't let up. And I know that even with this tabling, you will keep pushing us to do more, to do better, as you should. Today we table Bill C-58, and the work is not done yet. So I will end with this. Last year, we passed a bill to give workers in federally regulated sectors 10 days of paid sick leave. You'll recall in the States, at the time that they were striking over the ask for 1 day, and in Canada, it was 10. We passed 10 with unanimous consent. Because we all agree that workers should never have to choose between getting paid and getting better. And when the time comes, I hope that every MP in Parliament, Liberals, New Democrats, the Bloc, the Greens, the Conservatives, will stand up and vote to keep collective bargaining free and fair, to ban replacement workers. Hear, hear. On va protéger les travailleurs. On va protéger la négociation collective. On va protéger les Canadiens des brisures de grève. C'est l'évolution des relations de travail au Canada. I need to recognize my NDP colleagues. To say they were strong partners on this would be an understatement. To Alexander Boulouris, thank you for putting good politics. Thank you for putting good policy above politics with me, but thank you for good politics too. We got a lot more done when we work together. A lot more done. Today is proof of that. Grâce à mon ami Alexandre, j'ai eu la chance d'améliorer mon français aussi. Ça fait plaisir, n'importe quand. Très important. Merci beaucoup.